I had to make a video. I had to make a video about this fucking nonsense we've got going on now. A mask directive. We've got to wear masks now. A fucking muzzle. A symbol that's been used throughout the ages to suppress people's speech. That's been used as initiation rituals. Oh, Nathan, that's conspiracy theory. Fucking read a book, you dumb cunt. Look at what's going on. Look at how our rights are being taken away. How many deaths have we had? 120, 130? Right? How many flu deaths did we have last year? How many flu and pneumonia-related deaths together did we have last year? And you're like, oh, but what about Nan? We're going to go outside. Yeah, that fucking sucks, right? People die. What, we're going to collapse the entire first world economy? For this virus? Where a virus in which the testing itself isn't even accurate. The guy who created the fucking test says it should not be used to diagnose infectious disease. Pity that guy died last year. Otherwise we could ask him about it. But no, I guess even if we did ask him about it, it would be censored and suppressed and taken off the internet and independently fact-checked like everything else that challenges this fucking narrative. It's coming out now in the US that they have been doctoring the figures from day one. Oh, look at Italy. Yeah, an aging population. Yeah, the death rate was higher there. But we're certainly not seeing that here in Australia. Oh, what about New York? New York is a case unto itself. New York, they were putting infected patients with non-infected patients and patients that had pre-existing conditions like cancer. Of course they're going to die. And they were sticking them on ventilators and leaving them in a fucking room. Does nobody else see that there is something seriously wrong with all of this? And it's like, oh, it's just a mask. Just put on the mask and just wear the mask. How long for? How long for? Does nobody else see any problems with this? Oh, the science says whatever the science wants to say. For every study that says one thing, I could show you a study that says the complete opposite. So could these people calling the shots not find a study to suit their particular narrative and their agenda? Contacts at the World Health Organization said they have changed their stance on masks due to political pressure. That is corruption. There is something else going on. And if you cannot see that, and if you're just willing to submit, then we are all fucked. If you don't think that the governments could conspire against their people, then you obviously have no idea what's happened in history in the past. Everyone today is so apathetic. No, people that ask questions are labelled conspiracy theorists. And the media has done an excellent job in rolling out that term and weaponising it. And it started after the JFK assassination, where there were serious questions about that, about what happened, and they demonised people who tried to prosecute against, and they demonised I think it was 48% of people that didn't buy the official narrative. It was a CIA document that was rolled out with their cronies in the media. I've got an article up here right now. The president of Tanzania tested a pawpaw, a goat, and oil, and they all tested positive. Sorry, the pawpaw tested positive for COVID-19. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you know what the worst thing is? I can't even believe that this virus is so deadly, and it may very well be. And this is just an indictment on where our society has come to and the distrust we have for our media. I don't believe a single fucking thing that comes out of a politician's mouth. And that's sad. These are the people that are supposed to elect us. That we elect, sorry. These are the people that we elect to represent us. And what are they doing? They're obviously doing something else, man. They're obviously doing something else. 1.5 million people died last year of tuberculosis. There was no tuberculosis pandemic. We didn't shut down the economy. And those people are going, oh, you're putting other people in danger. You collapse the first world economy. What happens to the third world? What happens to those people, poor people in the third world? We don't care about those. When you redirect finances and resources from funding to the third world, because you're dealing with a pandemic in the first world, people in the third world perish. Right? But we don't care about those deaths. We don't care about the 800,000 children that go fucking missing in the US every year. We don't care about the pedophile suppression orders in our own government. We don't care about that. No, we only care about what we are told to care about. And I'm fucking sick and tired of it, man. Honestly. It's time to start asking questions. It's time to start putting pressure on our leaders for the truth. For the real science. They shouldn't be suppressing doctors who are coming out and saying, hold on, things don't add up. It's bullshit, man. Honestly, it's bullshit. And if we comply and if we submit, what's next? What are they going to do next? Oh, here, if you want to be a part of this society, if you want to go into this shop, you've got to have this vaccine that's been rushed through. You know? What's next, people? Oh, here, put this microchip in you. There's nothing wrong with it. And then they go on guilt campaigns and they shame people. Man, it's just so fucked. It's honestly, everything about this stinks from start to finish. Going back to New York, Governor Cuomo, who should be standing trial for crimes against humanity, was putting infected patients in nursing homes. You should be angry about that. You should be angry about the fact that just because Donald Trump said that hydroxychloroquine may be effective and the media demonized it, and then studies come out 6 weeks later saying that it is effective. There's a guy from Texas, I think his name's Dr. Richard Bartlett, talking about budesonide delivered through a nebulizer, a safe asthma drug. Why are we not looking into this? Why are we still talking about a vaccine? He has had great results with that. Can someone tell me why they have 121 million people in Japan? They had almost no lockdown. No lockdown as far as I'm aware. And they've had under 1,000 deaths. And we in Victoria are locking down. And we have a premier who comes on every day and reads, oh, we've had this many cases. And 2 90-year-olds died overnight. 500 people die in Australia per day. Per day. How many people have killed themselves? I work in a shopping centre. I'm chatting to business owners. They go, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. We can't keep holding on like this. You know, the shopping centre isn't playing ball. We've still got to pay rent. We can just have to shut up and leave. My whole livelihood. And now we've got to wear a mask? How is that conducive to good health? Anyway, I know this is going to fucking piss people off, but I hope you get angry. I hope you get angry and start asking questions, because things are not adding up. This is not conspiracy theory. I'm looking at scientific articles here. I'm looking at reports from mainstream media sources. Fucking start asking questions, people. Come on. We're intelligent beings here. Don't just comply because someone tells you to comply. If they have your best interests at heart, yeah, great. But politicians have a track record of not having your best interests at heart. So, they have to because they're elected. Well, there's loopholes in that argument, people. So, anyway, I had to make this video because I've been sitting and thinking about it for so long, and I'm not saying that there's no virus.